Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the winter finale of Once Upon a Time. So I will continue to gush about how fantastic season 3 of the show has been. It is absolutely my favorite season so far. I cannot wait to see what's coming in the second half. Now, the first thing we're going to do here, you guys, is some of you deserve a high five. Here we go. Because you guessed it. You guessed that Peter Pan was gonna have to kill the thing he loved the most, and that was Felix. That was his price for the curse. I didn't see that one coming, but you guys are sharp out there, and so here's to you. So yeah, at the beginning of the episode, we see Peter Pan sacrifice Felix and begin the curse. And so we know it's coming. And so we see everyone else scrambling to figure out what they're going to do to stop it. Eventually, we see them figure out how to swap Peter Pan and Henry's bodies back so that they're both in their correct bodies. And we also see a group of people deal with Peter Pan's shadow. I thought it was really great too, because in the midst of kind of all the madness and craziness, we saw Tinkerbell get her wings back, and that was just fantastic. We also see the return of the Blue Fairy, because once they deal with Pan's shadow, she comes back to life, which was kind of cool. There were lots of little flashbacks. I loved that moment when we saw Mary Margaret actually give Henry the fairy tale book. I thought that was really cool. So let's talk about the end of the episode, because I'd say probably the last like 20-30 minutes was just like, what's going on? So we get to this point where Mr. Gold thinks he's trapped Peter Pan because he wants to have this discussion with his father. Eventually we realize that no, he didn't really trap him all that much. And so Peter Pan is free and he goes off to wreak some havoc. Mr. Gold does show up. I really love this moment, right? Because you've got this character, right? Mr. Gold / Rumpelstiltskin. And all we've seen from him, like throughout the entire series, is that when he gets to kind of like a decisive moment, he either chooses to be a coward or he chooses to do the wrong thing, like he chooses evil instead of good. And this was his shining moment, you guys. This was the moment when Mr. Gold took a stand, and he did the right thing. He wasn't a coward, and he stood up, and he did something bold and heroic, and I just absolutely loved it. Basically, he realizes that in order to kill Peter Pan, he has to die also, and so Mr. Gold sacrifices himself. And let's stop for a moment and talk about whether or not we think that Mr. Gold is really dead. I don't know, you guys. What do you think about that? There's a part of me that really hopes he's not, but I just don't know. So Mr. Gold kills Peter Pan, and we're all feeling like, you know, there's some sadness, but then we're also like, okay, yay, Peter Pan is dead. But then we get that that doesn't really stop the curse, so we're still kind of in trouble. Tonight's episode was full of villains kind of doing the right thing, right? Because Regina, who of course is the creator of this curse, steps up to the plate and takes one for the team. She realizes that in order for her to stop the curse, she again has to give up the thing that she loves the most, and of course we all know that that is Henry. At first, I thought she was gonna say she had to die too, and then I was gonna really have a problem. But no, she says, I just can't see Henry anymore. And so it turns out that she and everyone else from the Enchanted Forest has to go back there. That basically when she stops Peter Pan's curse, it's going to destroy Storybrooke, and everyone's gonna go back where they should be. The only person really who belongs in this world is Henry. Luckily, it turns out that Emma is able to stay with him because she's the savior. But, you know, that also means that the two of them are separated from their family, which is not so bueno. So then there may have been some crying at this moment, right? As we get to like the last 15 minutes, right? Because it's all of these goodbyes, and you see her saying goodbye to her parents, and you realize like, not only are they going to get separated from their family, but they're also going to lose their memory. So Emma isn't going to remember meeting her parents and just all of those good things. She's going to forget all of them. So it was just so sad as they all kind of said goodbye to each other. And I'll go ahead and admit right now, you guys, that it was like I was watching the family say goodbye, and it was really sad. And all I kept thinking in the back of my head is, when is Emma going to say goodbye to Hook? Oh my gosh, what is he going to say to her? Is he going to kiss her? Oh my gosh. And then he said something really like suave, like, not a day will go by that I won't think of you. And then she says something to him like, good. And it was just the briefest little moment, as most of my Captain Swan moments have been as of late. But it was beautiful, and I will take it. If you're a Regina fan, man, I feel like the last couple of episodes, she has just been on fire. And like, there was this moment right at the very end, right before Emma and Henry have to cross the town line, where Regina tells her like, look, I can't give you your memories, but I can give you this gift. And the gift I'm gonna give you is Henry. And so she does some sort of magical thing that kind of changes history. So when they leave, believe Emma and Henry will be together, and it will be like they had always been together. And I just thought that was so great. Have I mentioned how sad this part of the episode was? Especially that part where we see Emma and Henry get in the car, and they go to drive off in the very car that brought her to Storybrooke. They drive across the town line as the curse is headed in their direction. And you see everyone standing there as Regina, you know, kind of starts her spell to stop it. And you see them all kind of get enveloped by the smoke. And we get that they're all going back to the Enchanted Forest. And yeah, I can't wait to see what is going to happen when they go back home. So I thought that was going to be the end of the episode, but no, it was not. We had a flash forward, like we went forward a year. We get that Henry and Emma, it looks like they're living in New York City, and they look like they're doing well, and they're having breakfast together when someone comes pounding on the door. Emma goes to get the door, and who should be at the door but Hook? It was awesome because I was just like, oh my gosh, it's Hook. And he really kind of kickstarts what I'm sure will be the next part of season 3, as he tells her, like, look, I know you don't remember me, but your family's in danger. They need your help. He tries to kiss her to like stir up some memories, but it doesn't really do anything yet. Not yet. And she, of course, is like, crazy man in the hallway who looks like a pirate trying to kiss me. Welcome to New York. And she, like, you know, kicks him and shoves the door closed. But I'm sure that he will be persistent. And so, yeah, we kind of got the seeds planted for what's going to be happening when we come back from the break. Probably the best winter finale that I've seen so far, you guys. It was just fantastic. I haven't deleted it off of my DVR because I'm sure I will rewatch it tomorrow and there will be more and more tears. Can't wait, you guys, to hear what you thought about the winter finale of Once Upon a Time. Make sure you tell me down in the comment section below. Also, do not forget to tell me what you think about Mr. Gold, because I need some theories there. I really want to believe that he's still alive, and so help me out there. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching and for commenting and for kind of like loving Once Upon a Time right along with me. I love it, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.